Hello, everyone, and welcome to Carol Wilkinson's Celebration of Life. She would be so happy as she is now in heaven looking down upon all of you for being here. These are going to be beautiful words from family and dear friends of what we want to say to Carol, Kelly, Easy, Kristen, and her family. This one is from Christina Hagen to Kelly and Easy. Hi, Kelly. This is your dear, beautiful, blessed Aunt Carol's forever friend, Christina Hagen. I have a mess of photo albums to put together. I'm sure I'm going to find more pictures since Carol and I have at least 1 year ever since 1995, when I would venture off into La La Land with Carol. The third picture I took of Carol was when we were on many sets together. She was very strong and powerful, and the picture of the way Carol carried herself, it always made me so happy to hear the joy that you and Easy brought her. We were one day thinking of going to Peru together to see you. I do have an uncle, Father Paul Hagen, who started a church in Peru, and I just have never made it there. He passed when we were young, but the people of Peru are very passionate about him. Perhaps one day. God bless. Meanwhile, please take good care of yourself, as she would want you to, and she will carry you and Easy, and you will find yourselves the lucky ones, and full of joy and her joy. Warm, tight hugs. I look forward to seeing you at Carol's event. You're welcome to call me anytime. Christina Hagen's message to our beautiful, blessed Carol. Oh, Carol, please just take the right moment. Never to rush for your loved ones. I'm finally sitting down. I hear your laughter as I'm typing this. I see your warm, magnifying smile and that sweet grace you carry, and that twinkle in those beautiful eyes. Well, my friend, I can't share all we share. Well, unless you shared with some in this room, that would be life. What would life be about if we had to hold it all in and didn't share? Boring. Well, indeed, we shared. We shared in many ventures, including our dreams and our passion in this industry. You always kept yours alive and continually successful. I loved we could share our excitement, because not everyone understands or can endure. You, dear Carol, you did. You were already a successful realtor, an avid water instructor and enthusiast. But like me, it's like a fireman. When he hears the siren go off, he's up and at 'em and adrenaline going, like when we got an audition, a background job, print. Oh wow, residuals. That was a home run. But for us, we'd take it all. I love we shared that amongst each other. Not only did we share that, but we certainly know how to have fun. Always considered our group the housewives of the peninsula. It was our passion. It was our hobby. You are my lifelong friend, Carol. My son was only 1. He is now 25. You shared in my joy as we wanted to one day all go to Hollywood and share an apartment and travel back and forth. Well, I did for several years, and you always encouraged and shared in my joy. Can't thank you enough. Your heartfelt compassion when my beautiful, blessed Kimberly passed at the age of 31 in 2018. Oh, I'm so grateful for you. Sharing in my son's pool party with you for his college graduation in the heart of the pandemic was the last time I saw and last time we hugged Carol. We were going to all get together for lunch, You were organizing it just a few months ago. Life. Oh. Now, my dear Carol, my faith via the rainbow, and my daughter's gifts to me tell me you are already there, right here with all of us. I hear you laughing, Carol. I see you're smiling, and I see the twinkle. And I feel your embrace. Thank you. I love you, Carol. Forever your friend. Love prevails. Christina. Now this is from Christina to Carol. My dearest friend, Carol. I will never forget the day we met. We were at Christina's spa in Glamour Day. I remember you walking in and that amazing smile and your sparkling eyes, full of life and love. We began talking as I was shooting you, and I remember thinking, wow, what an amazing woman, and the camera just loves her. It was friendship at first sight, and I knew we'd be friends from that day on. You've always checked on me, and when I had my podcast, you did your best to help me and others you loved, as well as bringing us all together. You were always so thoughtful of others. The world has lost something amazing. I lost someone amazing. Now you're lighting up another realm and blessing it with your presence. I will miss you very, very much. Love you to pieces and always will. Arlene. This is from Darlene Nesson. Carol was an amazing woman. She was a generous, compassionate, and loving friend. She was one of the first that I met when I got into this business. We did a job in Monterey, and casting put us together so we could share driving and lodging. Without hesitation, she offered to drive, and she invited me to spend the night at her friend's home. We bonded over the loss of our beloved brothers. Later on, we worked on many jobs together, but working on The Matrix truly sealed our relationship. These loving thoughts will forever live on in my heart. The next one is from Cher Fuentes. Dear Carol, I know the caring angels in heaven are watching after you now, but I really miss you here on earth. For the past several years, I have enjoyed our special friendship being aquatic instructors together at the Bay Club, PJCC, and the University Club. We have had so much fun and fun times at the SCW conferences, every 2 years taking new classes and learning new aqua exercises to improve our classes and keep our certifications current in doing so. It was even more exciting when we did our conference virtually in your home during COVID. We went for a nice walk around the lake during our lunch break and then enjoyed nice appetizers and, of course, bubbly after we finished our sessions. I am praying every day that your soul is happy, you are at peace, and smiling down on all of us from your new place in heaven. With love and good blessings always from Cher. The next one is from Marcia Sims in her Memories of Carol. This starts with a mermaid poem, and it goes like this. Believe in magic, play in the waves, know how to weather a storm, see life's beauty, dive for their soul, ride the tides of life, and know there are treasures in the deep. This poem about a mermaid sums up many of the facets of our lovely Carol's life and personality. I first met Carol at the Bay Club, where she was an aquatic instructor teaching some aqua aerobic classes that I regularly attended. We hit it off right from the start. I'm also a mermaid just like Carol and love the water. Carol and I grew to become close friends because we had so many things in common, particularly the spiritual side of our personalities, our love of the water and Redwood Shores. We loved to hang out together at the Bay Club, swim, and bask in the sun and soak in the hot tub just like mermaids. Carol was beautiful and had a beautiful smile, just as you can plainly see in the photos shown of her today. She was such a loving, kind, and generous person who really cared about nurturing her friendships. She had the habit of often checking in with me by phone to see how things were and then sharing her activities with me. Carol particularly loved sharing stories of things she was doing with her beloved family, Kelly and Easy. She enjoyed sharing photos and stories about her recent trip to Peru to visit Kelly and Easy. We had some great outings, some memorable birthday celebrations that took place at Kabul Afghan restaurant, Spazzo's Italian restaurant, and Pilo's Greek restaurant in San Carlos. We had fun celebrating New Year's twice with Carol and Jim at her home. One of our most memorable outings was in October of 2019. A group of her friends, Kelly, Cher, Doris, Bernie, Jim, and me, all dressed up in formal attire, and attended a concert at Pasquale Esposito in San Mateo, complete with an elegant dinner. What a glorious evening it was. Pasquale was in terrific voice and thrilled us with a great combination of Italian opera arias, Neapolitan songs, and pop music with a combo orchestra. I'm sharing some of the photos of us today from the event, including a photo of me with Pasquale. Whew, what a gorgeous man, with a glorious voice he is. We like to take long walks together in Redwood Shores by the lagoons and levees, enjoying all the beautiful scenery, the nature and the wildlife, the ducks, the geese, the swans, etc., around us in our gorgeous aquatic neighborhood. We enjoy just being friends and chatting together while sipping on a glass of wine in our lovely home. I love you and miss you so much, Carol. I hope you're in a beautiful aquatic location on the other side of the veil, full of light. And love you, mermaid you. That was from Marcia, and now this one is from Pat Addis. Hi, Carol. I will miss your smile and laughter. Sorry you had to leave us too soon. Rest in peace, Pat. From Lori Cullen. Carol and I go back more than 15 years as friends, co-workers at the Bay Club in the Ritz-Carlton. She was a lovely, full-of-life woman with an infectious smile. I so enjoyed our time in the water together, rotating, subbing classes, and the many, many Bay Club Christmas parties and luncheons with the ladies after class at the Ritz. Oh, those were the best. My fondest memory with Carol are the mornings we would sit in the jacuzzi together after class, ponder life, and share our plans for the day while sipping on that awful free coffee, laughing out loud. Carol, you were a class act. Swim with the mermaids and know you will be missed here on Earth, and of course in the water. With love, Lori. This is from Marie Jones. I am so grateful to you for introducing me to Carol D. I really enjoyed taking her aquafit classes. Spending time outside of the pool was equally enjoyable. Carol was very nice and always showed me kindness. All of my heartfelt sympathies go out to Kelly and all those who loved Carol and who Carol loved. The next is My Memories with Carol Wilkinson by Carol Chatrie. Carol and I met around 2006 at the Pacific Athletic Club, now known as the Bay Club. She and I began our careers as instructors in aquatic fitness about the same time and found ourselves teaching at many of the same clubs over the years. Carol was passionate about teaching and building relationships with her students. She enjoyed chatting before and after class to many of them, and always had a smile on her face. I do not recall any instance where Carol did not express a smile on her face, no matter our conversation. Carol and I enjoyed meeting up at the SCW Fitness Convention to take classes and lectures together, compare notes, have lunch, and chat it up with many other instructors. We especially love visiting the vendors to explore unique clothing, shoes, accessories only found at conventions. Over many years, we also had a blast making our way around the cocktail parties thrown by the finest plastic surgeons in the area to receive their gift bags full of beauty products, coupons for deals, advice from the surgeons and skincare experts, and eating lots of great food. Carol loved spending time to look and feel beautiful, which was always accessorized by her kind smile and demeanor. I distinctly recall our conversation when Carol told me that she had made the decision to dedicate her love, affection, time, and resources to making Kelly and Ezekiel her entire family unit, and how happy it was going to make her. Having a family connection was very important to her, and she loved them dearly. Even prior to Ezekiel being born, Carol was dedicated to Kelly, as if she were her own daughter. It was quite moving. Each time I saw Carol, she reported what adventures she was on with Kelly and her upcoming plans for travel. She was always on the move and thoroughly enjoyed her life that way. It is hard to believe that Carol's no longer with us, even though we haven't seen each other for a while. I am still having a difficult wrapping my head around it. She appeared to be in good health and had just taken a full cruise with amazing pictures to show. I would like to know what happened, as I'm sure many would. I have no doubt that Carol will be remembered as a loving, warm, compassionate person who deeply cared about her friends and family. She is probably basking in heaven, soaking in the warm rays of the sun, splashing her feet in a beautiful pool, and reminiscing about her fond memories of life on earth. May she be peaceful as she rises up as one of the many bright stars. The next one is from Lauren Wilkinson. No relation, just good friends. Dear Carol, we miss you terribly already. You were so beautiful, inclusive, and warm. Always put me at ease, and you had a calm, loving energy. Plus, you shared my name. Shout out to the Wilkinsons. The next one is from Kelly Wilkinson. How do you put words to encompass the loss of such a beautiful woman? Carol's life was full of many roles, but for me and my son Ezekiel, her most important was the role of grandmama. Seeing how she selflessly and lovingly put Ezekiel as her number one priority continually deepened my love and my appreciation for her. To me, she fulfilled a motherly role, but always with the focus of being the cool aunt. She was my friend, my trusted mentor, my fun travel companion and hero in so many ways. The loss of her pure love and playfulness will forever be felt. This one is from Karen McNenny. Loved having Carol and Dee come together for my annual Capri clothing extravaganza. They both were fun and enjoyed the clothing and time at our home with friends. Always laughter in the house with those two. I will miss her. This is from Doris Messina. My friendship with Carol originated when I became a real estate agent. She provided me with a client for my first real estate sale. Wow. We were both thrilled seeing we both were compensated. So that called for a party, and from that moment on, we always were ready for a celebration. From that day on, Carol and I became fast friends, which lasted for a period of 20 years. Carol was a beautiful and gentle soul. She loved to laugh and would greet you with a big hug. On occasion, she would travel together, and she looked forward to celebrating one's birthday with her big, hilarious birthday hat. Ask Dee about her day at Rocky Point in Carmel. Tons of fun and lots of laughs. Now fast forward to the year of 2020, the year we sent social distance Christmas cards, hugs. We sure are happy that it's over, fingers crossed. Now we all can share her friendship with hugs at a distance. Hugs for special things that made her great to know. Hugs for smiles and the fun times we've all had with Carol. Hugs for the million reasons we had to say thank you to her. She is now an angel that we all share. So let's send her a hug by hugging the person next to you. Yes, right now. Go ahead and hug the person next to you, because Carol would send loving hugs to each and every one of you. We all miss you, Carol. Keep smiling on us in the bonds of friendship. Love you and miss you so much, Doris. This one is from Dennis Beckman from the Enchanted Crystal and Garden. Carol was a great model for these wonderful hats that I created for the San Francisco Easter Parade. What fun times together. And from Peter and Dee. My dearest Carol, my dearest friend, my sea star in water, my soul sister that will live on no matter where you are. I am proud to call Carol my friend. Hard to find these days in life, as you can count them on one hand. No matter where I live, Carol always stayed in touch with me. She would call me, text me, or email me. The pictures we took will go down in history as cherished memories, always with a laughter. We will never forget that Carol had her open arms, her great words that only belonged to Carol. She was always excited to talk or see you in living color. You can tell by the inflections in her voice. She was excited and happy to talk with you. She was so generous with her time, her gifting, and her stories that were one of a kind. Boy, oh, did we ever have stories. We go back 25 years here. Some I can't say now because they were just between us gals. But everyone in this room had those memories. Let's all realize she was such a beautiful soul that will be remembered forever. Peter and I also shared her dad, Joe, and went to his funeral together. Peter and I took care of him when she went to Europe with Jim, to Spain and England. Peter and I never left Joe's side. And you can see from the pictures, Joe met our wolf. Yes, a real wolf by the name of Coda. Coda was my stepson Jason's dog, whom I walked often and spent a lot of times together. Joe wanted to meet Coda, and his words he shared with Coda was priceless, as he knew he bonded with him. We also took Joe out to eat at the Vans restaurant, and we enjoyed a great meal together. On another occasion, Carol Jo and I went for her birthday, and they got the biggest steak Vans made boy, those two could eat. And it was all done with such a yummy smile. Now that is fun. We also took walks with Joe around the complex and would rest by the water and talk. Peter and Joe talked about their lives, their work, and their family. Joe loved Carol so much and wanted the very best for her and for Kelly and for Easy. Joe missed Carol on this trip when she was gone to Europe and could not wait until she got home. When she got back, he held her hand in his for such a very long time. Joe just wanted Carol to be home with him, and they shared so much together. Joe smiled in heaven as he saw so many of us attend his funeral and, of course, his celebration of life. Afterwards, in Carol's home, as she made it such a festive event, she had pictures of Joe, his veteran flag encased, and many of his pictures over the years. Carol had a way to have us all in her home, and she was the hostess with the mostess. Her generosity with her homemade delicious food, her drinks in special glasses over goblets, and desserts that will be treasured forever. One of my gifts to her were 14 goblets of all different colors that I actually got at the Enchanted Crystal in San Francisco. Dennis Beckman had a magical shop there in the marina. Carol loved to shop there and bought many mermaids, fairies, and things from Bangkok that Dennis found when I did a medical mission trip there for many, many years. Dennis was famous for the Easter parade on Union Street. Carol wanted to participate, so twice she got to wear one of his huge beach blanket Babylon hats. And Carol always won and got up on stage as one of the proud winners. We were told we had to tell the judges we made them. But silently we knew Dennis created them from love. He has made over 200 of them and now making Mardi Gras masks in Shreveport, where he works for his sister at the Enchanted Garden. Carol's hat always matched her bright outfit of so many colors. Peter designed his convertible, and us gals rode in the back seat, throwing gifts and candy to the kids in this famous parade. And we waved to everyone in the crowd. It made our Easter so very special. We always had dinner and drinks after and cherished the gifts that Dennis gave us for being the winner. Carol and I felt we made it to the Oscars. The other exciting time we had was celebrating our birthdays, and that was with Doris, Cher, Marie, Tracy, Marcia, and Bernie, and many others. Doris and Carol and I went to Carmel one time, and that trip will go down in history. Being in the facial plastic surgery business myself, I bought masks from South Korea, and we looked like we were from outer space in the room. The laughs we had looking at each other, and you too can see they're on the screen. That was Doris, Carol, and I. We all enjoyed great meals together in town and walking in all the shops in Carmel. Then we took a drive to Rocky Point Restaurant. What a view, and how the waiters took care of us like we were queen for the day. Well, we were. Plus the famous birthday hat that I found in Tiburon. Carol bought one too, so now there are 2 huge birthday hats that we bring to every party for the birthday divas to wear. That hat has sat on many a head with glory. Doris, Carol, and I also went to Doris Day's hotel called the Cypress Inn. The only thing missing from that day was Doris herself, but she was captured in all of her movies on the walls there, and I think Carol saw herself in one of the movies. We just agreed with her it was Carol. The staff made us feel we were friends at Doris Day, so we were well taken care of. We sat out in the courtyard, and what were we accompanied by? Many dogs, and they were all smiling at us. Us three girls had a very, very special connection. Doris, Carol, and Cher and I ate at many restaurants in San Carlos, Bazos, and BJ's. We also had a great adult beverage, food, and always dessert. We blew out many a candle. So today, we will blow out a candle for you, Carol. Now, the Pacific Athletic Club Redwood Shores, or whatever it's called, and then the final verbiage, the Bay Club. Carol was one of the best aqua instructors there and did it with so much flair. She shared this job with Cher, Carol Chatreet, Lori Cullen, and many others. Years ago, I decided to have an annual appreciation day for them and also an annual Christmas party to include all of us aqua babes at the Bay Club. One year we had it at Angelica's restaurant in Redwood City, and then one day we also had it at Christmas at the Bay Club. Now for the stories. The cost of the Bay Club for the Christmas party was only for food, and there were many complaints why a glass of wine or champagne was not included. So you will see in the many pictures I have of Carol at these parties. Cher and I decided to go to the grocery store in Redwood City, and I would buy the liquor on my own. You will see a picture of us that the entire grocery cart was overflowing with bottles of wine, champagne, and Baileys for their coffee. It was hilarious doing this, and we both got so much joy laughing at the liquor I purchased. I asked the Bay Club if I could bring it, and I did get permission. The only request was that each table just pay for corkage. It was such a deal. I had over 60 bottles to share. We had a blast. The gift came from my heart to enjoy their adult beverage. I had another few events I tried to organize with Cher and Carol. Birthday parties for individuals by the bar. You all know who you are. Everyone brought their own delicious food, and we bought drinks from the bartender, Bindi Pereira, and Jody Sanders, and Nicole Link. We shared the food with the bartenders, and they made sure we had delicious adult beverages. We had so much fun celebrating each other. I always said birthdays are so important as it was the day you were born. I'm so glad you were born, Carol, and entered into our lives. On another event, I invited Carol and her dad Joe to a ball game at AT&T Park. We were invited by the Bay Club manager, Megan Devlin Prescott. It was a huge suite with a great view of the stadium and food and drinks to go on for days. Thank you, Megan. Great fun by all, and I know how much you love Carol and her dad Joe. We also were invited by Aqua Master swimmer Karen McNenny to her home for a Capri clothing event. Guess who spent the most amount of money there? Not going to tell you. Karen hosted it with great food and drinks, and the clothes were fun. Another clothing event was with my friend Chrysia Wong, who had 3 warehouses of designer purses, jewelry, boots, shoes, belts, dresses, pants, earrings galore, and watches. Again, guess who spent the most amount of money there? The other place that we shopped at was called Deja Vu, and it was in Carmel, and it was a consignment store, and a lot of things from celebrities. It was quite a treat to go there. Carol and I went there in November 2022. Later, the next day, Carol threw a birthday, Christmas, New Year dinner for Peter and me in her beautiful home. Doris and Cher were there too. She was the hostess with the mostest. Jim and Carol had an incredible dinner, starting out with appetizers, bubbly, wine, and other treats. We all had so much fun being together. Carol was so proud of her home. Her new kitchen, her new chairs to go with her table decorated so beautifully. Jim played music with his piano and saxophone. Carol had all of her gifts I gave her out on display. She loved cobalt blue with some wine goblets I gave her and a candelabra. It was actually a menorah, which she loved. There was not a card or gift I searched for her with stories on their own that she loved, and it brought such a golden smile. Oh, this brought such joy to me. And then there was a trip we took together to Sedona, as she never had been there. It was an ET extraterrestrial conference put together by two friends of mine. We got a fun motel that my friends gave us, the master suite. It was TITS, true institutional tolerance, an engineering word used in the movies, actually a World War I engineering term, also used with airline people. That would be me. Because all the guest speakers came after their talk to our room to share their very unusual stories. These guest speakers have been in the X-Files, met extraterrestrials, and been up in their spaceship. One lady had 46 children from an ET and flies all over the planet, with one ET to visit her kids on different areas of the planets. We had so much fun. We never got to see the vortex points or shops. So what happened, Carol later planned a recent trip with Kelly this past year to Sedona, and I gave them many ideas that I hope they used, even seeing a psychic shaman. You can't go better than Peru though, Kelly. So with this I say, I wish I knew what Vishnu knew. Talking on that subject, Carol visited my dear friend Roma, a very spiritual psychic who is now in her 80s and lives in Daly City and as vibrant as ever. Her reading every year was incredible, and Carol loved her so much. Carol had some great talks with Roma, and she is pictured in one of the photos I have shared. Roma confirmed to Carol she had many layers of spiritualism and an incredible love for life. Carol and Kelly were so excited when I told them about the Delta Gold American Express Sky Card. They both got 70,000 miles, and they only do this one time a year. Not to pressure anyone, but it's only going on for the month of March, folks. Carol and Kelly were so excited to set up mileage they earned to go all over the world. One of these trips was to come to Sarasota, Florida to see my very first home. Now Carol can see it from heaven. As you can see on the screen, you will see over 30 TV shows or film credits Carol was highlighted in. Her credits were from SAG-AFTRA. There are also over 100 credits from Blackwell Files or a casting. Carol had this incredible talent being in front of the camera. Lights, camera, action, Carol, you are our star. My dearest Carol, as you are our wings in heaven looking down upon us all, your dear family you always cherished and were so good to. Your diva mermaid sisters, your friends forever. You left us your legacy. You taught us well on how to be kind and generous and how to love one another unconditionally. You are now on your next chapter of your life, shining down on us. That star in the sky will remind us all on how to live our lives much better. We are all better people for having known you. This spiritual realm now will finally give you peace in your life to be together with Joe and your brother Rick. Please guide us with your shining bright wings as you smile upon us, as you know how much you were loved. Peter and I thank you for all those great times together. I chose these songs in the background as they have special meaning to you and your family and your friends. You are the wind beneath my wings. And the greatest love of all, your family and teaching easy. And there is always a place for us. Oh, and the prayer that we will say every day for you. And of course, Israel singing Over the Rainbow. Memories from Hawaii, and I did it my way. Of course you did, Carol. And last but not least, girls just want to have fun. Fly high, my dear, and I love you. We love you. We can see your smiling face and your infectious laugh, and we know we can call you our true friend, our true mentor, our loving family. Rest in peace, Carol. We miss you dearly, but know you are in our hearts forever and ever.
The dreams that you dare to, why, oh why can't
There's a place for us somewhere, a place for us, peace and quiet and open air. Wait for us somewhere.
There's a time for us someday, a time for us, time together with time to spare, time to learn and a time to care.
a place for us
It must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine, that's your way. You always walked a step behind. So I was the one with all the glory, while you were the one with all the strength. A beautiful face without a name for so long. A beautiful smile to hide the pain. Did you ever know that you're my hero? And everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle. You are the wind beneath my wings. It might have appeared to go unnoticed, but I've got it all here in my heart. I want you to know I know the truth. Of course I know you. I would be nothing without you. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I wish I could be. I could fly higher than an eagle, for you are the wind beneath my wings. Did I ever tell you you're my hero? You're everything, everything I wish I could be. Oh, Lord, I can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone who fulfilled my needs. A lonely place to be, and so I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I'll live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, it is the greatest love of all. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity.
way up high, and the dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Ooh, someday you wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare to, oh why can't I? Upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like a lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way dreams that you dare to, why, oh why can't I?
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do, and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall, fill my share of losing, and now as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way, oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my Yes, it was my way.
I call you, I need you, my heart's on fire. You come to me wild and wild. You come to me, give me everything I need. Give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams. Speak the language of love like you know what it means. And it can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it strong, babe. You say